Hello everyone, this is Mrs. Fonts and I am going to show you some really cool ways that you can do some printmaking at home with bubble wrap. So bubble wrap, I can find it pretty easily when I get a package in the mail. Sometimes it's packaged in this stuff with the paper on one side and the bubble wrap on the other side. And there's two different ways I could print make with bubble wrap, but I'm going to have that ready to go. You can see I've drawn a shape of a fish. You can do any shape you like, but I've drawn a shape of a fish. I want to make sure I have my paper ready to go. So I've cut some printer paper in half. You could use, just paper from your notebook. You could use that too. But I like to cut it in half, then it's not so big. And it's, I don't want, and when I draw my fish, I want to be sure it's big enough to fit on that paper too. So you can see I've cut that big enough to do that. Covers that right up. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this fish out. So I'm going to take my scissors and cut out the fish. All right. Being careful to keep all the shapes. This is one good reason it's nice to choose some shapes or something that you're going to print make with. Something that's simple, like you could use a star or a heart or another simple shape, a sun, some different things like that. But now I've got my bubble wrap shaped fish. I think he might look better going that way, but all I'm going to do, I'm going to tip down my screen so you can see. I'm going to take that bubble wrap and I'm going to start using my Crayola. Well, these are crazy art, but I want to use watercolor markers, just the water ones that can wash off, the basic ones that come in the 8-pack. So I'm going to start with green, I think, and I think I want my fish to have some green fins, so I'm going to just color all over that bubble wrap there. I'm going to give him a green tail and green fins up here. And then I'm also going to give him, I think, a purple body. Maybe I'll give him a purple and red body. I like that idea. Okay, so I'm going to, there we go. I'm going to maybe right here, it's going to be red with that marker. It'll be kind of an interesting, it's going to go a little bit on top and around the edges, and then I'm going to give purple. Now, if I touch this, it'll get on my fingers, so I'm going to try my best not to touch where I've already colored with the marker. But I'm going to get that marker all over there and right into the corners. And then I'm going to take my paper and I'm going to just carefully make sure it's filling the whole space right there. Make sure I've got it completely covered, and I'm going to carefully push my hand down and I'm going to rub all over, making sure I get to the edges and the tips of the fins and the whole body. I'm rubbing it all around, and then I'm going to pull it up and I've got my cool fish. So that looks pretty cool. Another way you can do this though, and then I can cut that out and I could glue it onto some, like I've got some blue paper here, I could glue it onto that blue paper and that'd be pretty cool. I'm going to show you another way you could do this though. You could also already have your fish drawn like this. And I could do it, this will be more random, but I could take some bubble wrap. I've got another piece here. And I'm just going to do the same thing, but I'm going to do it just kind of all over. I'm going to fill up this paper with marker. I'm going to do a little orange over here. I probably better make sure I'm getting way to the edges for the most part so that I'm sure my fish totally gets some color on it. I'm going to get some blue going over here. Ooh, that blue looks pretty on the bubble wrap. I might put a stripe of blue through there, right into there. I'm going to get some, I wonder if this green would look good. There we go. Get some of that green again. I like that. It's a bright spring green. Let's see, and maybe I'll finish it off with a little bit of pink. Yeah, I haven't used pink yet. So we'll get some pink way over here to this corner, just to make sure. Now my fish won't need all of this space. So we'll see what colors actually show up. But then I'm going to take my fish that's already drawn, and I'm going to just flip it over, and I'm going to put it right down onto all that marker that I did with the bubble wrap, and I'm going to press and rub firmly. I don't want my paper to slide. I want to make sure the whole thing is getting pressed way down to the little tippy tip fins, and right into the nose of the fish, and then I'm going to pull it up, and let's see what I got. There we go. So that looks pretty cool too. And then I can cut him out, and same thing. I could glue him onto some colorful paper. Here's one that I already had done. I could just glue him right on there. I could draw some other things, or I could do some more printmaking to add some seaweed or more little fish or whatever I wanted to do. So that is how you do printmaking with paper and bubble wrap and markers. Have fun!